I'm gonna start another video. Let's make sure this thing is still recording. Hopefully it doesn't die anytime soon because the camera was about to die actually. Um, there we go. Okay, there we go. So we're back for another video. This is the second video for November 20th. Is today November 20th? Shout out to all the Scorpios. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios. You know, Scorpio is my north node, so I'm headed in that direction. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Let me make sure my nose is clean, girl. I don't want y'all saying my nose is dirty. Do y'all have this lip mask by, what is it called? Laneige lip sleeping mask. I have grapefruit. I love grapefruit. Instant moisturization. That's not what it says. It says instant moisture, intense moisture, soften, soothe, hydration intense, berry fruit complex, vitamin C, coconut oil. It's good. It's real thick. You put it on at night, but I have it on now. There's no color. I have it on now, and it comes with a little thing, a little scooper, so that you can put it on your lips. There's a lot in here. It's only 7.7 ounces, but I feel like it's a lot. I don't. I got that. I got it at Sephora in Kohl's. And they have. I think they have tea tree, taro, and there's a purple, which is taro, and then the green one is green tea, or no, matcha, same thing, but matcha. And then there's another color, and I don't know the flavor of it, but this one is grapefruit. I love it. I wear it. It's a sleepy. Supposed to put it on your lips at night. I remember one time when I was watching Real Housewives of Orange County, and Tamara was doing something, and then she was like, "Do you wear lip gloss to bed?" And I was like, "I do." I was yelling at the screen. I do. I put moisture. You got to moisturize your lips at night. But now they have these little sleeping masks, and the way that they market them, so you're like, "Ooh, I need to wear this while I'm sleeping." It's like, no, girl, you can wear it anytime. It's just a little thick. It's just a little thick. It's a lip sleeping mask, but it feels so good as it runs over your lip. But I also have my lip bar in Fan Club, which is real cute. And those are the only lip glosses that I have within reach. So I keep them within reach. And it's also time for some new frames, but I'm getting, when I tell you I have so many pairs of Ray-Bans, I have three pairs of Ray-Bans. I'm about to get another pair of Ray-Bans. But I'm going to get, the ones that I can vlog. It's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I can't wait to do that. I actually need to make an appointment with Lens Crafters because I'm up for some, frames. All right, so the latest on the Celeste Rivas case, that's what we want to talk about. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know you stop by. Okay. Celeste case. Okay, so let me get to a reputable news source, NBC News. It says singer David is a suspect in the death of the 15-year-old found in a trunk. Now, everybody wants to know, like, what took the police so long to name him as a suspect. I think sometimes the way that the police conduct their investigations without like giving people updates or anything like that, I think they want to make the person who they automatically to assume, like, it was in his car, he should be the primary suspect, right? But I think they didn't move into action in an effort to get him to make some mistakes and to see how he's going to move, right? So after all of this happened, he moved all of his assets to his mother's name. And his father is a litigator. Did y'all know that? His father is a lawyer. So he hasn't come out. He hasn't said nothing. He was a little bit active. My son even told me he was on Fortnite one time. He saw him on Fortnite. And he hasn't really been vocal. They canceled his tour. They suspended his collaborations with he had a collaboration with Crocs and Spotify, I believe, and they dropped him from his collaborations, understandably, until further investigation. But I feel like when the cops move like that, when they're like, what, the obvious, it's like the obvious person, either it was him or somebody really close to him. And there's this Asian dude that he hangs around with a lot, and they have kind of this bromance, and I believe that David is like fluid. That doesn't have anything to do with it, but um, he has this bromance with this Asian dude. And one of the private investigators that was hired by the person that owned the house that was rented, excuse me, he said that they have on camera the last time that the car was moved, and the person who moved the car was in a very distinct outfit that was very distinctive, and they've been on stream with that outfit before, and they think that it's the Asian dude that he's very close to. I can't remember his name. And so I think that's, to me, from my perspective and experience and like watching these shows and things like that, you feel like the cops kind of like, let's wait to name him as a suspect so he can make a move. Like the moves that he makes, we're going to watch the moves that he makes, because he knows, he whether you've been named as a suspect, you know you did that shit, right? You know you was involved in the shit. So the fact that the cops are not doing anything, I would be fucking scared if I was a person. I'd be like, why haven't they come to pick me up yet? So I feel like that's an effort to get the person to make a mistake, to make a move that will implicate them, and they can have more evidence to prove that you in fact were involved, or the person who actually committed the crime. Because the fact that they didn't name anybody, everybody was just like, how is that possible? In every other situation, when you watch um true crime documentaries and series, and every time a person is killed, they look at their boyfriend or their girlfriend. That's the first person you look at, right? Because typically people are killed by people that they know, or they, of course, they're in proximity to. And so we all know that typically the spouse or partner is looked at as the primary suspect, right? um but I truly believe that they lag back to they, like they're just like watching him, like, let's see what he does. And the fact that he moved some stuff around to his mother's name is suspicious. But I think he had something to do with it, and I'm glad they're finally naming him as a suspect, and hopefully they'll start questioning him soon, because the facts that we do know is that he was in a relationship with a minor. He met her when she was in elementary school, 11 years old, and she was 14. 14. She didn't even make it to high school. And this man is 20, 21. You're as soon as you turned 18, that relationship should have been dissolved, because no, the age of consent in California is 18, I believe. I don't believe like the rest of these other states where they are probably trafficking hubs outside of, um, the age of consent is lower, like 16 in some states, 17 in some states, right? Also, the culture of turning your girls out at 13, 14, 15, parents, you know what I'm saying, not caring that their daughter is in a relationship. That's cultural. Not caring that their daughter is in a relationship with an older boy, right? There's no reason a 16-year-old should be in communication with an 11-year-old, a 17-year-old with a 12-year-old, an 18-year-old with a 15-year-old. That is very, very strange. You're on your way into adulthood, and you want to reach back and grab a child to have sexual experiences with. You're nuts, and you know better. And that's the fact is, they were in a relationship. The fact is, there's some obsession with her, writing songs about her. The fact is, he has um a fascination with death. He has you could see it. You can hear it in the music. You could see it. He wears shirts with blood on them. He has caskets at his shows. So he has a fascination with death. There's nothing wrong with death. But the fact is, if you're trying to bring death to someone else, then that's a problem. I feel like her body was dismembered in order to fit her into a bag and into a trunk. She was a child, a little girl. A little girl. I don't care if we caught her on camera cussing somebody out. Kids are unruly. We just saw a group of kids beat up a woman and her child. All them kids. When I tell you, we starting with they mamas and they daddies first. First, we gonna get where the daddies at, because the mamas are the one taking care of them, but we want to know where the fathers are. We tearing your asses up and the parents' ass up. I'm surprised there hasn't been a mob of people to go meet the parents of the children who beat up that lady. I didn't want to talk about it because it will infuriate me. What I witnessed and the aftermath, I was just like, mm-mm. And that is how you get a school shooting. That's how you get a school shoot. That's one of the ways to get a school shooting for a kid like that, to be beat up, him and his mom, for him to come back and seek revenge on every single person who put their hands on him and his mama when he gets old enough. Right. So it says here, I'm going to go to NBC News. Let me go change it to reader. It says singer David is a suspect in the death of 14-year-old found in trunk. The remains of Celeste Rivas were found in the trunk of a Tesla owned by David at a Los Angeles impound lot on September 8th. Singer David has been identified of the suspect in the death of a, they keep saying that she's 15 years old, and I feel like that's very much intentional. She was 14. She did not reach her 15th birthday. She didn't have a 15th birthday. She was not alive when her 15th birthday came. So she was not 15. She was 14. Singer David has been identified as a suspect in the death of a 14-year-old who was found dead in a vehicle he owned. David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, has not been charged with any crime. He has not been cooperative, a source told NBC Los Angeles. The teen most likely died in the spring. And so she did not, her birthday, they found her a day before her birthday. So the fact that the editor let this go on and the girl was not 15, that's why you have to, even with the news, even with the reputable, this is NBC News. If I was the managing editor, I would have said she was 14. Check everything y'all have that says that Celeste Rivas was 15. Change it today, and it would have been a memo sent out. Change it now in your story, because the girl was not 15. She was 14. Somebody needs to advocate for the child in her death. She was 14. Stop saying she was 15, because there's a little threshold right there, right? Oh, 15, she knew what she was doing. It's a way, it's an easy avenue to victim blame, an easy avenue to make it a little bit more palatable for the reader. She was 14. Okay? Burke's lawyers did not immediately respond to a request for comment Tuesday evening. A spokesperson for the singer said in September that he was fully cooperating with authorities. The teen most likely died in the spring, and David most likely had help dismembering and disposing the body, the source said. The remains of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in the trunk in a Los Angeles impound lot. The Tesla has been towed after being parked for several weeks, so Rivas might have been deceased for several weeks before the discovery of her body. She was reported missing, her parents, and then another one, because it seems like she was turned out, because they knew that she had a boyfriend named David. They knew that this David was picking her up. She's 13 and 14 years old, being picked up by someone who is at least 16. If she lied about the boy's age when her mother, but typically culturally, these teenagers being with people over 18 years old is not frowned upon in some cultures. The girl will have a whole boyfriend in his 20s at her quinceañera. You heard what I said, and y'all know I'm right. So you can get mad if you want to, but culturally, that shit happens all of the time. Right. She was reported missing from Lake Elsinore, California last year, last seen April 5th, 2024. The cause and manner of her death are still deferred Tuesday, which indicates a determination is pending further investigation, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Department said. The matter of someone's death includes whether it was a homicide or not. After the teen was found dead, police say that because the manner of death had not been determined, it remains unclear whether there is criminal. Okay. It is a crime to dispose of a human body. It is a crime to be in a relationship with a minor as a legal adult. It is a crime. Whether he killed her or not, the dismemberment is a crime. The disposing is a crime. The hiding is a crime. If something happened by accident, the cops should have been called. They're trying, oh, it was an accidental death. Oh, good girl. No, this boy has a fascination with death, and I believe that everything happened intentionally. And if they don't pick his ass up, he's liable to self-sacrifice. See how I came up with a word that is actually words and not made up a word to describe suicide? But I believe that's what's going to happen. Oh yeah, I believe that he has such a fascination with death and an obsession with her, he might be ready to meet her on the other side. That's where I am with it. So let's see what else is going on. What do y'all think about the David situation? What do you think about it? Honestly, them parents need to be talked to as well, because I believe they turned her out. Let her go. I'm telling you, little girls be having 20-year-old, 21-year-old boyfriends at their quinceañeras, and everybody be happy about it. The shit is crazy to me. So she was on her way there because if by the time she turned 15, how old is he? Hey Siri, how old is singer David? How old is he? Does it say how old he is? Hold on, let me go up. It doesn't say. Hold on. How old is singer David? He's 20 years old and she was 14. So 6 years older. So yeah. So he would have been, by the time she had a quinceanera, he would be 22 and he would have been right there. And as long as he had money, right? I'm telling you, these people be turning their children out. People, just because you have a penis and a uterus and a vaginal canal does not mean that you are suitable to be anybody's parent. And that's how I feel about it. 20 years old and she was 14. Where's NBC News? Let me go to NBC News real quick. Epstein files. And it's like Captain Obvious, right? The reason why these men are acting like they don't want these files released is because if my name wasn't in there, I'd be like, release them. Go ahead. Because my name isn't in there. But you deflecting, hey, look over there, look over there, look over there, look over there, look over there. Girl, your shit is in there. And as soon as they see his name, I don't know why anybody hasn't filed articles of impeachment. I don't understand it. I literally feel like as soon as you plug into this fucking matrix, everything is flipped upside down. Everything, every single thing. None of this shit makes sense. Applauding drunk drivers, accusing people of being disruptive to other people in small places. Like, what the fuck is wrong with everybody? So y'all let me know what you think about the David situation. Do you think that that's the reason why they didn't name him as a suspect right away to see if he would make a mistake? Because he still is a 20-year-old whose brain hasn't come together yet. So impulsivity and decision making skills aren't that fine tuned. So he might do something not thinking, right? So let's just sit back and see how this 20-year-old reacts to all of this stuff going on. That's what I feel about the situation. I'm glad he's finally um she was not 15. I really do not like the fact that they are saying that that girl was 15 years old. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. And I think it's very much intentional. I do. I really do. I just heard this man, he unfriended his friend, his best friend. He had to stop being I had to stop being cool with him over a woman, over a female, he said. I had to stop being cool with my best friend over a female. So everybody's like, "Well, what happened, my nigga? What happened?" He said he was sitting around with his friend. I'll let him tell the story. He was sitting around with his homeboy, and they were just, rolling up, watching TV, talking, doing what people do when they commune, they're fellowshipping or whatever. He's talking about things going on in his life. He's sharing things going on in his life. And then he's talking about his baby mama and drama with his baby mama, this and that. Then he sees a woman and a little girl walk in the door. And he's looking at the woman and it's like, well, is that his baby mama? Because she don't look pregnant, but this child looks pregnant. You telling me your baby mama was it was a teenager and this nigga's in his 30s. And so the man was like, I'm flipping out because I got an 18-year-old daughter. And you sitting here telling me your baby mama is a teenager? And you sitting up here talking like it's regular and it's normal? I can't be friends with you, my nigga. We're not cool. You're a rapist. We can't be cool. You lucky I don't end your life right on sight just for thinking you could lay on top of a teenager and impregnate them and think that everything is cool. But the crazy part is the girl walked into the door with the mama and he lives there. This over 30-year-old man lives with his teenage impregnated teenager and her mama. Her mama needs her motherfucking ass whooped too. She does. We need to see your ass outside. Come outside for a second. Girl, this is crazy to me. This, like, when you plug into this system, it literally just goes like this. Whoop. I'm gonna let you hear the story. And then a woman in the comments talking about the man who told the story, protect him at all costs. Girl, what? For doing the bare minimum of breaking up with his friend for sleeping with a teenager? He should call the cops on their house. I would have left and called the cops. I just came from a house there's a pregnant teenager in there with a grown man. If the mama ain't gonna press charges, the state needs to press. That's statutory rape. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Hold on. Let me get to that story so you can hear that man tell this story. And woman in the comment talking about protect him at all costs. I said, protect him. I want you to hear this man's story, the story that he told. And the way that he said the way that he was telling him, like, about the girl, he thought he was talking about an adult. Here he goes.
I just lost one of my really, really good friends over a female. Now, if I'm bugging out, I want y'all to tell me that I'm bugging out. So this is what happened, right? I'm at his crib. We watching the sports highlights. We burning, we chilling, we talking shit. We doing what men do, right? Having conversations and all of that. After about, let's say, 45 minutes or so, his peoples come home, right? Now, before they come home, one of these conversations we were having was about, like, our families, like how your family doing, how everybody going, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. When I asked him, he was like, he said his girl was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I want you to keep in mind that dude is 38 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's 38 years old. So he was like, his girl was pregnant, so on and so forth, right? So I'm like, congratulations and all of that, everything is all good or whatever. And we go back to having our conversation. So back to, like, his people's coming home. Now, when his people's come home, it's the mom and the daughter. I noticed that when they come in the house, the daughter is pregnant. The daughter is 17 years old. Now, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, maybe the mom's is pregnant, but she just not showing yet or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the daughter got something else going on. I'm not thinking that. this is the dude, right? So when they come in the house, the girl says, "Babe, you know, so on, so on, and so on, and so on," and say whatever she said. You know what I mean? And he responded, and I'm like, "Yo, that's your baby mom's?" And he like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? Like comfortably. Now, mind you, this is this girl's mother's house, so he's living in the house with the girl and her mom.
That's so
Like they
that's
living with her mom.
that's so
You know what I'm
pathetic.
saying? I'm finding all of this out in the moment, and I got a daughter.
You
My
don't even
daughter's
have the
18 years
means.
old.
Like
You know what I'm saying? My
you're
daughter
fucking
just turned 18
disgusting.
years old.
On top of having sex with a teenager, you don't even have the means to take care of the child you impregnated her with. You, when I tell you, you nasty motherfuckers deserve death. You do hellfire for all of y'all to burn at the motherfucking stake. Y'all lucky women ain't in charge of the punishments out this motherfucker. Girl, your dick deserves to be chopped the fuck off before your head. We gonna chop your off and put it in your mouth and then chop your mother head off. That's what we gonna do.
Off with his head! Off with his head!
Girl, y'all look, when I tell you I have so many ideas of punishment of men who harm children and women and other men, I have all the punishments. I do. I do. I do. Because how dare you? And then you talking like it's regular. You almost 40 years old and you impregnated a 17-year-old. And then she's walking in the door with her mother and you have the nerve to live with them.
So I think about shit like that, and I'm like, bro, like she's 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like I said that, like, yo, she's 17 years old. And he's like, so? I'm like, yo, you, hey man, like it just went bad. Let me just say that it went bad. The conversation went bad from there. You know what I'm saying? Like it turned up to the point to where, like, you know, we almost had to go outside and duff it out. But I just wound up getting up and breaking out. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I couldn't sit there and like that shit is crazy to me. Like that shit is weird, bro. Like that shit is weird. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what you. That shit is weird. You know what I'm saying? If I'm bugging out, then y'all just tell me I'm bugging out. Whatever. But I just couldn't do that shit. So
Okay, listen to the comments. Definitely worth the friendship. Don't question that. The fuck? He wants validations for what he did, which makes me question his sincerity. You even asking if you tripping is wild. Shout out to Bondi Blue. Um, Pedos in a circle gotta go. Protect this man at all costs. We need more men to speak out. I said, protect this man. Y'all be ready, so ready to give men anything for the bare minimum. It's really sad. Nah, being mature and grown is holding your friends accountable. Good for you. Call CPS immediately. I stopped talking to a childhood friend for not taking care of his kids. One friend for having 8 kids before 25. A cousin for marrying a girl that was in prison for touching a boy she used to babysit. And one friend I'm about to cut off because I'm tired of him using me for an excuse to cheat on his wife. Dude, we're in our 40s. Grow up. He's hitting the mama too. Men hate it when other men hold them accountable and call them out. Right, because usually when they're calling them out, they're doing something wrong. And men believe that they should be able to run amok and do anything wrong to anybody. And if you hold them accountable, you're against the brotherhood. The same way women feel like if you hold a woman accountable, you're against the sisterhood. No, I don't care what your identity is. I don't give a fuck. I'm not in community with everybody who shares identity with me because some of you motherfuckers are weird as fuck. The women too. The women too. People come over here try to say shit about me, talking about me, and I drag the women probably equally, probably more, because I went wanting to deprogram y'all, and so that you can unlearn this shit. Things that we excuse, things that we're okay with, the way that men run around and are how they relate to women, and y'all keep doing it over and over and over again, expecting different results. Didn't wasn't that an Albert Einstein quote? We don't know who really said it, but the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. For generations, we've been dealing with the way that men are related, are socialized to relate to women. And women are still have their fingers crossed behind their back You and Barack Obama with this hope shit. We hope these men get it together. When have they got it together? Since when? Name me a time in motherfucking patriarchal history when the men have got their shit together. I will fucking wait. You lost a person who was actually a predator and you thought that was your friend. The mom is beyond lost. 38 and 17, like you couldn't find anyone in your age range. No, because he's probably a weirdo, cornball, and a grown woman who isn't fucking desperate like her mother, who's probably taking dick too. Girl, I wouldn't be surprised if the mother was fucking that man as well. And guess what? You're gonna have child, and guess all you're doing is reproducing someone else for him to violate. Because if he would violate you at a teenager, he would violate his own child. I believe that. And these men get with these women with young girls, and then instead of get this, then start trying to groom the young girls. Fucking weirdo. Girl, I'm telling you, girl, I'm calling the cops. As soon as I left that house, I would have called the motherfucking cops. I just left a house where there was a pregnant teenager. The person who impregnated her is almost 40 years old and she's 17. Depending on what state she's in, because the age of consent in some states is 17. Mm. You did the right thing. It could be your daughter. You love that teenager more than her own mother. How could you move a 40-year-old Dusty into your home to ruin your daughter's life, promoting generational poverty and degeneracy? I'm not welcoming the man who laid on top of my teenager and impregnating her. You lucky I don't end your fucking life and put a goddamn knife through your heart. Y'all don't get mad enough. That's what I'm telling you. If women got as mad and outraged as men get outraged, a lot of men would be dead. A lot of women would should have rolled up to that motherfucking house, set it on fire, and when that nigga came running out, shot his motherfucking ass between his fucking eyes. Goddamn right. First shoot him in his dick. You weirdo. The death guillotine for you. Nah, bro. Your friends are inevitably a reflection of you. Why we love men who know what accountability is. I don't keep friends whose morals and values don't match up with mine. Call them out. You called him out on predatory behavior. You are no longer friends. That's a good thing because he could have been eyeing your daughter to be his next victim. Turn him into the police. Right. Yeah, I'm calling the cops. I love men who hold other men accountable. You just looking for a reason to say you love a man. Girl, shut up. These niggas are weird. They are weird. I gotta go on that one. Girl, I would have beat that man up. He said they almost got into a fight. We can come back for another video. Oh, this is too loose. I'm about to just pour all this out. It's too loose. I cannot stand it. I need it for it to be packed. Oh God. What else do we have to talk about? What else have I made a comment on? Okay, listen to this and then we're gonna go. When I tell you this is a violation, if I've ever heard it. But I do have another question to ask after I read this. Please don't let me forget. This is from People. Okay. Khloe Kardashian has a very valid reason why she no longer keeps a journal. Remember how I talked about my journals and a couple of you had similar stories. I don't know where these niggas meet up. to decide that they're going to go through a woman's journal. But I had my journal gone through, and things in my journal weaponized against me, thrown in my face. And it took me a long time to start journaling again because of that. It's a violation. So let's listen. Khloe Kardashian reveals Lamar Odom burned her personal journals in front of her. I was on my knees screaming. On an episode of her podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, released Wednesday, November 19th, the reality star revealed that her ex-husband, Lamar Odom, burned dozens of journals that she'd accumulated from years of her life. When I tell you that is a straight violation, Dolores Catania said, "Now I hate him. May this love never find me. What is wrong with that's wrong and some type of abuse." She's still talking to Lamar. It's been like 100 years. Anyone saying it's not important is deflecting from the fact that everyone needs to understand what emotional abuse, what it looks like. People, how is this a story? I had this happen to me by an ex. It's terrible. On someone said previously that all of the Kardashian relationships, Khloe and Lamar, are the realest. The drugs and cheating was real for sure. Every man who comes into this family ended insane. Nah. They came to them insane. Who cares? People are dying. The economy is bad. Everyone is struggling every day. Why are we just hearing about this? Keep it to yourself now. It's way too late to reveal. Because in the pick me's of Calabasas be over there protecting niggas, allowing niggas back into their lives. I'm telling you, you destroy my stuff, you violate my privacy, you violate my person, you don't get any more access to me. The person who violated my person doesn't have access to me. The person who violated me by going through my journals, they don't have access to me. The person who violated me physically, they don't have access to me. You never give a person who violated your person access to you ever again. Stop that bigger person shit. Stop it. You don't come out, you don't get any fucking points or stars for being the bigger person by allowing a person who harmed you back into your life for any reason. They should have zero access to you. Zero. I don't care if you are co-parenting. No access. Everything, only access you're going to have to me is through a fucking judge. I'm not negotiating with you. We're not calling the truth. It's forever fuck you. And you lucky that I don't want to be in no fucking system because I would end you. But women are taught that men will just be men. And so you excuse this violent behavior that is inflicted on you. And then you want to be the bigger person. I know what Kim, Chloe, and Courtney, all you bitches are down there doing. That's why you allow these men back into your life so you can look like the good mom and the bigger person when you should not allow those men back into your life. Lamar would have never been able to come to my house to give me anything. Bitch, you better send it to a motherfucking P.O. box. Send it to my business office. You don't get to come in my house. You didn't burn my journals. You didn't cheated on me, girl. Put I was about to say put her in the early labor, but that was Tristan that put her in the early labor. But you let Lamar come back, and he over there sweating like he done stole something else. You over there giving him his chains and stuff that you kept for him. I would have burned the way I would have melted all that shit down. His 6-man award, I'm melting it down. It's gonna be a chain around my motherfucking neck, nigga. Fuck your accolades. I'm melting all this shit down. Oh, you want your 6-man chain? Oh, I'm sorry. I'd have made it into a bracelet, a ring, some earrings, and a motherfucking chain, nigga. Sorry. Remember when you burned my journals? That was the payment for that. Ain't no fucking way. But you pick me motherfucking bitches out here, the same thing. Letting your baby fathers who done fucked around with you and your emotions back into your life. Fuck that. What is wrong with y'all? I'm telling you, when that people, oh, you co-parent, I'm the worst co-parent. You put your hands on me, motherfucker. You will never get access to me again, bitch. And every time I see you, I got a scowl on my face. You lucky I don't say fuck you as a greeting. Girl, that pissed me off. Had me over here rolling this little skinny ass joint. Hold on, I gotta take everything out of it now. I, maybe I can just push it and make it stacked. I thought my damn shit was stacked up. Let me put some damn reefer in here. Shit. Got me pissed off. Fuck around with these motherfucking men, giving them chances after chance, giving them the benefit of the doubt. There's no way Lamar would have been able to come to my house. You didn't burn my diaries. That six man chain would have been melted down. Hold on. That sixth man award that he got would have been melted down and made into a bracelet, some earrings, an anklet, a chain, and a crown. I would have never held his things for him. I would have kept them for myself. There's no way that you can burn somebody's journals and expect them to hold on to things for you and give them back to you. Chloe's a goddamn fool for doing that. I would have never. But see, y'all be trying to play the bigger person so that onlookers can be like, oh my God, Chloe is so nice. No, you're a fucking idiot. You are. I would have burned his shit too. You want to burn my shit? I burned your sixth man. He didn't even know she had it. He thought he lost it. Girl, I would have never gave that shit back to him. Ever. Ever. But y'all gonna get a I think they have, I don't know if they have, but I assume that they have learned their lesson with being the bigger person. I'm sure Kim, that's another one. Y'all letting Tristan, at the way that Tristan Thompson disrespected Khloe Kardashian, and she still named them children their last names Thompson. Well, I tell you, every motherfucking child over there will have the last name Kardashian. Even if it had to be a middle name. You understand what I'm saying? It should be True Kardashian Thompson if you wanted to keep that nigga's last name on that baby. And that other little one that looks just like her her brother. The other little baby. Tatum, I think the baby's name is, I believe. It would be Tatum Robert Kardashian Thompson. You got girl. It would be True Roberta Kardashian Thompson. Girl, I'm naming them after the motherfucker who started all this shit. Kris Jenner is another one. My last name would be Kardashian Jenner. The only people last name should be just Jenner around there is Kyle and Kendall. Kylie, whatever their names. What is Kris Kardashian's Kris Jenner? What is her maiden last name? Hold on, let me go to her Wikipedia. Houghton. Kristen Mary Houghton. Born November 5th, 1955. She's still with Corey. They said they didn't break up. Remember I reported that they had broke up? They said they're still together. Robert Kardashian, Bruce Jenner. I do believe that Corey is a handler. I do. I do. Somebody said that the other day. I believe he is a handler. I don't know if Chris and what's the name got anything to do with anything, but that motherfucker is definitely a handler. He's always in the background of some shit. I think I gotta go now. But y'all let me know. I know a lot of y'all have said that happened to you. Somebody, a parent or a partner has gone through your they gone through your journals, and it took you a long time to start journaling again. I just read out of my journal. This is my journal that now that I keep a smaller journal that have inserts in them. Oh shit. Hold on. The little Ash fail. Come on, Ash. Girl, if I look up and see motherfucking Ashley Darby and a mustache again, girl, get your big head out of here. Yeah, these have like this is three books. This is three books in one. So this is the, keeping this and then just having these inserts and keeping these inserts smaller. Yeah. 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 So this is my journal now, which I fucking love it. I love it. I had to get used to it because I'm used to just writing around. I used to, before my journals were where I was violated by him going through my journals. My journals were, I would draw pictures. I put in like, sticker. It would be a whole little thing. I loved my journals back in the day, even though I was like, you know, like I kept so many journals, diaries and stuff like that. I still have a lot of them. But I stopped and I just got rid of them because I was like, I don't want to feel violated again. Like this nigga was even looking in the attic. Like when I was not home, he was even in the attic, in the, how you can get in the attic through the closet. He was even in, what are you doing in the attic? What are you doing? You're weird. First of all, this is not even your fucking house. Why are you going through my attic? Like, oh, girl, I gotta go. Cause when I just think I just have, it's just death. Like I just want to take you out of here. I'm saying these men are really, 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 really lucky we don't move like them. Cause you went through my stuff. He's burning stuff. Girl, that's crazy. It's insane. Burning somebody's journals for what? Because you jealous. I saw a woman, I guess she lied to her boyfriend about where she was going. She was at the goddamn cemetery with some man maybe she was in a relationship with before. The guy rolls up to the cemetery telling her he's going to put her out. How are you jealous of a dead person? And then it proves that you're jealous because the bitch had to lie to you to go visit this person's grave site. And then you come up to the grave site telling her, "Oh, who is this? Who is this? It's a dead person, you fucking weirdo." And then you trying to rationalize with him. Fuck that nigga. Yeah, put my shit out. Because if you jealous over a dead person, I don't need to be with you, you fucking weirdo. Now, these niggas is weird. They are. They are. Anyways, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Trying to get these videos out. Take care of each other. Peace.